Today is Tuesday, March 1st. I'm going to take a look at Caterpillar today. It's had a little resurgence of late. Some good news. It's actually been rising for the better part of a month and a half. And given that it is very highly tied to commodities around the world, this is a good thing, even though most commodities are still pretty much in rough shape. But oil is holding its own. I think it's probably seen its worst days, and gold is actually moving a little bit higher. So fortunes of Caterpillar may be turning. So let's take a look at a simple chart. We have the 200-day average above, so it's well below that average. 50-day average in red, and it's just slightly above that one. Now that's not an unusual thing, it happens all the time, but it's certainly better to be above the average than below. But there is room to rally until it hits the 200-day average, so just because it's below doesn't mean it can't go up. It just may still be a short-term type of thing. So let's take a look at a few indicators. Don't get scared here because a lot's going to pop on the screen, and we'll just go through them individually and then get rid of them. First one is price relative. This is just performance versus the S&P 500. Let's see if we can make that a little bigger. And just draw a little trend line on it. You can see that the trend in relative performance is now broken to the upside. In other words, Caterpillar is outperforming the S&P 500. Granted, it's only for the last couple of weeks, but certainly better than not outperforming it, and that's a good sign. It's been lagging for so long. Get rid of that. Moving on to MACD, just any old momentum indicator, it really doesn't matter. The point is that momentum is rising, and with MACD, it's actually above the zero line, so that's a good thing. And there's another little thing here. It's not quite, I don't think it's quite as strong, but we'll just take a quick look. You can see that this low, lower than that low in the indicator, whereas price made a lower low. I'm sorry, the indicator has a higher low. That's a bullish divergence between price and indicator, and it usually resolves in the direction of the indicator. So momentum-wise, another good signal. On balance volume, not great. Starting to move up a little bit, but more or less been flat for quite a while. So on balance volume is not giving us much of anything to go on, but at least it's not bad. And finally, shaken money flow, just because I've been playing with it lately, and this is showing well above the zero line, which means the money flow indicator itself is strong. Money's coming into the stock, and that's a good thing. So there are your indicators, just showing an overall more bullish than bearish type of scenario. Caterpillar has broken its trend line, possibly heading to that 200-day average right here, or possibly heading to this resistance level set by the November high and a couple of turning points before that. So there could be some upside room here. I wouldn't dismiss Caterpillar out of hand, and we'll see what happens.